Ursula Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Begin by cleaning and prepping your nails. So I am using the Madam Glam gel pens for this tutorial. So I'm going to begin by applying 2 coats of Hocus Pocus to my ring and thumbnail. And so these pens are basically base coat, top coat, and color all in one, which is really nice for traveling if you got one of those travel lights. And so I'm going to, in this video, you can read the instructions. I'm going to talk about the gel pens as you're watching me paint Ursula, because I have a lot to say. So I thought that would work. You can see what I'm doing. You can hear what I'm saying. It's all going to work out. So the gel pens, they have, you can't tell what color they are unless you take off the cap, which kind of makes sense because if the cap wasn't on there, then it could cure while it was in the pen, which is something that you need to keep in mind. So you recap it and keep it out of sunlight, especially if the cap is off. But just keep them out of sunlight so they don't cure on their own, because that would be no fun. But as I said, they're base coat, top coat, and gel and the color all together, which is really nice. And I didn't use base coat, as you saw. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, how long is this going to last? But it lasted really well. I was extremely surprised and very impressed. I was working when I had these nails on. I was at work, and as I'm taking off other people's nail polish and using acetone all the time, I like to have gel so it doesn't get ruined. And it didn't come off. It didn't peel any faster than it does if I use other gel with base and top coat. So super impressed. I thought it was fantastic. That being said, it's a little bit uncontrollable with how much gel you get out at a time. So there's a little clicker at the base of the pen that you turn to get out, or for it to push out the color into the brush. And so as I was turning it, there's a little bit of a delayed response there. So you're clicking, and then all of a sudden you'll have a whole bunch of gel at one time, whereas you had none. And it just comes all at once. So as you're clicking it, I did 2 clicks, and then I waited about 5 seconds to see if I had enough gel. And then I would 2 more if I needed to, until I got the amount on the brush that I needed. Because it's, like I said, a little bit unpredictable or uncontrollable. You just got to take it really slow and wait in between as you're doing it. And so that's what I wanted to say about the pens. As far as the 2 colors I tried Hocus Pocus and Morning Glow. Those are the 2 colors I tried. They're both a shimmery color. One of them is teal and one of them is purple. I thought they were going to be much darker than they were. They were a lot lighter and more of a dainty color than I was expecting. I was expecting really bold colors, which is fine. I like the colors. They're gorgeous. They're just not exactly what I was expecting. So I don't know if all of the gel pens are that way, where they're a little bit more sheer and a little bit more, I don't know, a little more calm of a color. If that's just the way it is because of the base and top coat, or, I don't know exactly why that is. It might just be that the 2 colors I picked were a little bit more sheer. You never know. They were really pretty, but I did end up using 3 coats underneath the Ursula and on my thumbnail just to make them opaque, because they weren't. And so if you don't want your natural smile line to show, it might. And really quick, I put top coat over Ursula so she wouldn't wash off. Just a little note there, but I didn't use it on the other ones. So that's my thoughts on the gel pens. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment, and there will be a coupon code in the description box. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!